Hi, it's Lee here, and in this video I want to talk about why international students who are on F1 visas, OPT, or CPT, why they think they can't get an H1B job. So I want to make this video because it's really not what they think it is, and most of the time the students who think that they can't get a job, it boils down to three reasons, okay? First reason, they think that their English is not good. Second reason, they think that they don't have enough experience. And the third reason, they think that they're not good at presenting themselves. So you may see yourself in any one of these three situations, but I just want to kind of boil down all the things that I've seen while working with my own clients, what is actually the real reason. And I think you probably have a hunch of where I'm going with this, but I just want to break this down because a lot of people have this fear and this blog that is not even real. So the first thing, people think their English is not that good. Now, I'm assuming that if you came to the US, you are somewhat proficient at English. The fact that you can understand me, it's already enough, okay? So the thing is, it's not really their English, because most of the time, 99% of the time, it's not really their English. The only exception is maybe if they have an accent that's very very thick accent, maybe I cannot understand them, but that's very, very rare. Most of the time, it's more the fact that they're not confident enough in their ability. You know how there's people who, they think, oh my god, I failed this test, and actually they end up getting an A. They end up getting even a better score than you do. So that's kind of the phenomenon. Sometimes people underestimate themselves. And then the second reason that people say is because they think that they don't have enough experience. So let me tell you, as a new graduate, you only have that advantage if you've been to another country, okay? As somebody who's been to another country, lived in another country, you not only are bilingual, but you also know the customer base here. So I am also talking to you, Chinese international student, if you're listening. You have a great advantage in terms of the language, and depending on the field that you are in, there are so many different ways where you can utilize it. Especially if you're in real estate or finance, your language skills are super duper needed. And the thing is, if you're a new graduate, it's not the fact that, the people who get hired versus the new graduates who don't get hired, there's very little difference between them, besides the fact that the only difference is because the people who get hired, they got enough attention, and they got the attention of the people who would hire them. That's it. It's not that they had more experience. It's not that, they knew more than you did or they have more degrees. No, in some cases, they may actually know less than you do. But they got the job because they knew the right person, right? And the third thing, actually one more thing I do want to add, and they think that your legal status is an issue. But if you think about it, if Microsoft really wanted to hire a software engineer from India, and the cost of the H1B is it's anywhere between $4,000 to $7,000. Do you think Microsoft, a $1 billion company, would be even concerned about $4,000 to $7,000? No. Okay, so it's not legal status. Okay, and if you run into a company that cannot sponsor you, then think about how successful this company is if they can't even spend $4,000 to $7,000 hiring somebody who's going to be there with them for 3 years. Right? And the third thing that I do want to talk about is interview skills, and that's actually the most real thing, right? Most of the time with the resume, there's not really an issue with the resume because, you are highly educated in a field that is probably finance or technology where there's a lot of demand. But where people do terribly is when they're in the interview process. They have no idea how to answer why do you want the job. They have no idea how to say, what's your greatest weakness. They have no idea how to answer what would your bosses and your previous coworkers describe you as. So this is actually the pain point. People think that it's experience, it's what their legal status is. No, it's actually the way that you present yourself. And sometimes the resume is the issue as well, but most of the time it's the way that you interview. And also another factor is the networking, right? So if you've been sitting in school for 4 years and you never actually reached out to people who can hire you, notice I said people who can hire you, not just your drinking buddies at college, not just people who are very similar to you. You need to go beyond your comfort zone, and you need to go to people who actually can and have the power to hire you. So if you are interested in learning how you can actually get a job in your situation, I invite you to email me. I put my email address down below. We can sign up for a free 30-minute consultation over the phone or Skype to see where you are right now and what's keeping you from your dream job, what's keeping you from your H1B. Because you can try to apply what I say in the video, but until I actually have a conversation with you, your best guesses are just a guess, right? So I invite you to contact me below. We'll set up a consultation, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching.